Good day, listeners. The topic for today is what does it mean to be a Nigerian? Some 80 years ago, Abat Macaulay, Avani Koku, and other progressive minded people came together to agitate for independence. It was their words, actions, and skills that inspired the first generation of Nigerian leaders like Chief Obafemi Awolowo and Nnamdi Azikiwe. In response, the British said, "We shall grant you independence, and this independence will be called Nigeria, an amalgamation of southern and northern Nigeria." Our great grandfathers embraced this independence, thinking that any kind of freedom is better than no freedom. But they forgot that is exactly any kind of freedom that made the lion to dominate the jungle. Well then, it seems the British knows more about Nigeria than we all do, since it is their brainchild. Perhaps Abat Macaulay, Avani Koku, Anthony Enaoro, who moved the motion for the independence of Nigeria in 1953. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti, Tafawa Balewa. They can tell us the meaning of Nigeria and what it means to be a Nigerian. But the problem is that these men are dead, and all we now have is history. As a matter of fact, they left us more questions than answers. We, the new generation, find it hard to understand the meaning of Nigeria or what it actually means to be in Nigeria. We are lost. We are the lost generation. Since we have been born, nothing gets better in Nigeria. Absolutely nothing. How can you call this a nation, a republic, or a country when all she has been doing in the last 40 years is underdeveloping herself? The Nigeria that we know, the Nigeria we understand, and the Nigeria we have experienced is the Nigeria without hospitals, food, jobs, without security, without hope, without purpose, without respect, without humanity. I ask again, what exactly is the meaning of Nigeria and what does it mean to be a Nigerian? What I am telling you is that the independence that the British organized in Pali with Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Tafawa Balewa, and Anthony Enaoro and the others has outrun its course. It is now time for a new struggle. It is time for the second independence of Nigeria, or else Nigeria will go the way of Czechoslovakia or Soviet Union. We must engage in the struggle for the second independence of Nigeria. Either we believe it or not, either we like it or not, either we think it is possible or not, either we are afraid of it or not. It is the destiny of this generation to fight for the second independence of this country. And this struggle will be led by the progressives, the intelligentsia, the intellectuals, the revolutionaries, the radicals, and men and women of goodwill. Those who began the struggle for the first independence of 1960 were less than 10. The few people who came together to mastermind the American Revolution were less than 20. In South Africa, only 3 people created the African National Congress: John Dube, Pigsley, and one other man. I call upon men and women of goodwill, the intelligentsia, the activists, parents, thinkers, business leaders, progressives. Now is the time to use our own hand to shape our future. I can feel the cynicism. I can feel the unbelief. I can feel the tiredness. I can feel the frustration. I can feel the hopelessness. But this is essentially why we are human beings. Men are created to overcome challenges. Men are created to change things. Men are created to ask questions. Men are created to embrace progress and to embrace freedom for ourselves and for those who don't understand the meaning of freedom. Any community or society where men do not sort out these values is tantamount to serfdom. There are so many people who say Nigeria is not ready. Mobs don't ever get ready. It is leadership that gets ready. There are so many people who says Nigeria is too divided. Human beings are always divided. It is leadership that unites them. Now is the time. This generation need not wait any longer. Thank you for your time. My name is Abidemi Adebola, advocating for the second independence of Nigeria.